In this tutorial, we will run a simulation for a microchannel consisting of two fluids mixing with a laminar flow. To begin with, open the COMSOL Multiphysics software and select Model Wizard. Then select Space Dimension as 3D. Now, we will have to define the physics associated with our geometric entity. So, we will select laminar flow, which can be found under fluid flow, and then single phase flow. After selecting it, press Add at the bottom. We will also be adding transport of diluted species TDS in the physics, which was earlier called as CHDS, as our model involves mixing of two fluids. The TDS interface helps in computing the concentration of a dilute solute in a solvent. Once both have been added, press on the Study button at the bottom. In Study, press on Stationary, as our model does not change over time, and then press on Done in the bottom. Since our model is a microsystem, press on Geometry 1 in the model builder and select length as micrometers. Now, we will add the first block to our model by going to Geometry tab and then pressing on the block. We can now see that the block has been created under the geometry. Define the dimension as 600 in width, 150 in depth, 50 in height, and let the position be 0, 0, 0. Then, press on the build selected on the top. We will now add two inlets, for which press on the block icon 2 times. In the model builder, press on the block 2 and define the dimension as 50, 70, 50 and position as -50, 80 and 0. For block 3, dimension as 50, 70, 50 and position as -50, 0 and 0. Now press on Build All Objects. The next step would be to merge all the 3 blocks in order to have 2 inlets into the microchannel. For which, right-click on the geometry, go to Boolean and Partitions and select Union. We can see that Union is now added under the geometry, where we will select the 3 blocks we want to merge. So just click on the 3 blocks and their names can be seen under the input objects. Once done, press on Build Selected. We will now define global parameters and variables, which are nothing but the flow rate of sample flow and sheath flow. Under the components, right-click on the definition and press on Variables. We will define 2 variables here, that is v_sample, whose value shall be 0.05 microliters per minute, and v_sheath with a value of 0.15 microliters per minute. Now we will be defining the inlet and outlet of the microchannel. Right-click on the laminar flow and select Inlet. Now press on the face of one of the blocks under the boundary condition, select Fully Developed Flow and select Flow Rate. We shall use the v_sample variable which we had defined earlier for this inlet. Then similarly create another inlet and define the velocity as v_sheath. To create outlet, right-click on the laminar flow and select Outlet. Now press on the end of the microchannel by rotating the channel holding the mouse. For defining the fluid properties, press on the Fluid Properties option under the laminar flow. Under the Density column, select User Defined and type as 1.05 E3, which is 1.05 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube, and then Dynamic Viscosity as 1.43 millipascal second. We will have to define our wall in no slip boundary condition, which means there is no fluid surface friction at all for our example. So right-click on the laminar flow and select Symmetry and select the boundaries of your choice. Now press on the laminar flow and make sure that the compressibility is set to incompressible flow and neglect inertial term is unchecked, because we assume the inertial force to be negligible. Press on Build Mesh at the top. The settings will then open, in which select the element size as coarse. After building the mesh, the next step shall be to run our simulation, for which go to Study under Model Builder, press on Stationary 1 and select Compute at the top. The computation will take time depending on your RAM. Once done, we can analyze the results under Results column in Model Builder. To check the velocity, toggle the switch next to it and select Slice. Under the plane data, select YZ plane entry method as coordinate, and in range select and entry method as step. Start value 0, each step of 25 till 200. Now press on plot. You can alter the coordinate as per your needs and obtain the graphics. Now, if you want to check only one axis, for example z-axis, then select XY plane and mention the height of z-axis, that is 0 or 1 till 50 depending on the axis you want to check. Now, to plot a graph at certain axis, right-click on the dataset and select Cut Line 3D. Here, enter the point you want to analyze. We will be using the point 1 as 0050 micrometers and point 2 as 0150 and 50 micrometers. Once we press plot, we can see the points selected are being highlighted in red color rectangle. Now, right-click on the results and press on 1D plot graph. Right-click on the group and press Line Graph. In the settings of line graph, select dataset as Cutline 3D which we had created and now press plot. We will now be able to see the graph. To merge two locations, just add another Cutline 3D in the same group and press plot. To export any of the graph, just click on the image snapshot at the top of the graph and then select the necessary requirement as per your needs and press OK. Since we had copied to clipboard, paste it anywhere you want, like in Paint or a Word file. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe to our channel, The Defeated Engineer.